Alright guys, welcome to another video. I'm here in my Volvo. We're doing a video on left foot braking today. What's left foot braking? Well, it's a bit obvious, isn't it, what it is? But it's not something that a lot of people do, and it's not something that I've done up until probably this year, and I've started trying to learn this technique. You know, I'm a bit geeky about my driving, my dancy feet and all that. Left foot braking, I used to get comments, it was YouTube comments to be fair, used to tell me like, oh, why are you not doing that? And I thought, I tried it, and it's something that's quite difficult to learn that I found until I got the Volvo. Now the Volvo's an automatic. It's a T5, so you know it's pretty spry. You know, it's got some pep. And it's not a slow car, but it's not dynamic. The handling's. I see people take these on track, and I think, what are you doing, man? And being an automatic, it really doesn't handle at all, because one thing that I've noticed since driving the Volvo, when I'm just like cooning about and trying to have some fun in the car, which it's a lot of fun to drive cars like this on its limit, you know. It's not ever going to be dynamic or anything, but it's a lot of fun to try and drive on the limit. And one thing that I found pretty much instantly with the auto box, whenever you let off the throttle, now if you've got a front wheel drive car and you're like cooning it about, you know that if you're kind of come into a corner and you let off the throttle, you can use the weight transfer of the car to get the weight forward, and then you get better turning when you go into a corner. And that's not something that you can do in an automatic Volvo, but you can left foot brake, and that will send the weight forward, get a bit more grip, turn in, job's a good one. It's good fun, and it's been a bit of a bitch to learn. There's been a lot of that, because if you've ever tried left foot braking, as you'll know, if your left foot's used to pressing that clutch down and then you suddenly go to press the brake, you suddenly want to put all that force in. Your left calf doesn't know what to do. Is that calf? Yeah, your calf doesn't know what to do. Would it be? I don't know. Would it be a calf? It's not really important, but your left leg, you know, you're putting all that force through, and the chances are you're going to go straight through the windscreen, because as soon as you press that brake pedal with your left foot, you just don't know, you know, your muscle doesn't know how much force to apply, and it's something that you've got to practice. And I've never had an automatic car before, so I wasn't really able to practice. I used to try and do it in a manual car, but since having an automatic car, now I've only got the two pedals to concern me. And, you know, based on the fact that I did really want to try and get the Volvo driving a bit better, this technique has certainly, well, it certainly added some value to the car, because you know, I wasn't too happy with it originally. I mean, it's not, I know it's not meant to handle well, but let me tell you, this little trick, the left foot braking, just to get the nose down into a bend, it transforms the car. Well, it doesn't transform the car, I'm talking shit. It definitely improves the dynamics of the car, and it definitely makes the car a lot more fun to drive on a country road. It's a decent old bus, it's still going strong. Had a few issues with it, but it's just daily driver, it's alright. So, I've got the camera on the front. You can see it, can't you? Ooh, yes. And then I've got a camera just in down there, which you can just about see if I let some light in, maybe. There you go. Oh, one thing to note, the Volvo's on 205 Goodyear tyres, but it's really hot in England lately. Well, when I say really hot, it's like 25 degrees-ish. What does the Volvo think it is currently?
Power on. Bluetooth connected.
Yeah, I got Bluetooth. What are you talking about? Volvo reckons it's 37 degrees, which I don't think's right, but it's certainly quite hot out here. So yeah, the tyres are squealing a bit, is what I'm getting to. So it might sound like, well, you know, when your tyres start moaning like the tyres on the Volvo start to do, it's when you're right on the limit, and it's a lot of fun, to be honest, because you know there's not many cars you can drive on the limit on the UK roads legally. Now, I'm not an expert at this, I've just been learning to do it in the Volvo. I tried it on track a few weeks ago in the MR2, and it's just, the thing that's nice about it is keeping your right foot solely for the accelerator. Not all the time, obviously, you need to downshift, heel and toe and stuff. But if you're staying in the same gear and you're using your right foot for your accelerator, and then you're just braking with the left, you can be faster, obviously, you can be a lot faster just on and off the gas, but it just seems to feel a bit more stable. Now that I've got my left foot trained to not absolutely fucking just batter the brake pedal down, yeah, I feel like, I don't know, a god. I feel like a driving god. No, I don't really, but it's good. I don't know, I just like it. So I thought I'd make a video on it. Oh, one thing that I've been doing to try and learn my left foot into being left foot braking. Whenever I drive the Volvo every day, obviously when I'm going to work and things like that. Now I don't use my right foot for braking at all. Now I'm constantly left foot braking this car. You know, just pottering around in town, just using my left foot as much as possible on the brake, just to get used to applying the force. So you're gonna know if you've tried it before. You'll know it's quite difficult at first. So, like, if I was going to give one big tip on this, like for a new starter, just do it all the time. Like anything, like heel and toe, like, you know, rev matching, anything. Just do it all the time, and then it soon comes on. Right, I've had a bit of a bad time here. I've got my camera mount for this one to have it there while we're driving, but I'm missing one of the screws from it. So you're gonna have to not see my face for a couple of minutes. I hope that's all right. I know it's gonna be a lot to take in for some of you. You're gonna have to look at other things but me. So left foot braking is something that I've always fancied doing, but I've never, you know, until I had the Volvo, I didn't feel too confident practicing it on the road in a manual car. I just didn't fancy it, you know. I thought I've got enough going on here with the fucking heel and toe and all that shit. But having the Volvo being an automatic, and the fact that I wasn't too happy with the way the Volvo would enter corners, you know, learning it has definitely improved the Volvo's dynamics, but also I think it's a good skill to learn. And like I say, I did try it on track in the MR2 previously. And yeah, it's alright. It's something to build on. I'm in the early stages. Right, so we're onto the road now. So in here, just a little fucking dab on the way around, then build the power on, back on the brake there, and the Volvo goes on again. So you hear a lot of tyre squeal, but I'm just on here, just fucking send it on around. So what we're doing is, it'd be hard for you to tell obviously because the camera angle's out exactly the best, but we're just using the left foot as we would in any brake, just to get the weight of the car back down on the nose. With it being a front wheel drive car, that's pretty important. Just a little bit of brake there. Is anyone coming around? No. Just get nice and tight around here. Apologies for the metal sound, I've got some spanners laid next to me. Probably should have removed them from the car. So as you can see there, I mean, I don't really want to go down again and show you without left foot braking because it's just horrible to drive, and I've got used to driving the car kind of enthusiastically just like that now. And I think if I went back to driving the other way, I don't think I'd have a good time. I think I'd probably crash the car. But, you know, the Volvo, for what it is, it can be dynamic, and it can, you know, it can be fun to drive. So the corners down here, I quite like these ones as well. Oh, big fucking bus. Watch out, mate. Come on, fucking hell. So yeah, again, just in here, back on the power quite early. A lot of tyre squeal, but we're doing alright. Yeah, the tyres are pretty dead on the Volvo. They've got plenty of tread, but let's give them the fucking spanners. They've got plenty of tread, but they're yeah, they've had quite a lot of abuse. So especially now with the warmer weather, they are struggling slightly. If I don't, I know the tyres are putting up a bit of a fight, but if I don't just brake a little bit on the way in to get the nose down, it's even worse. Like the car's just like dangerous if you don't. I mean, you don't even have to accelerate because of the Volvo having the torque converter and stuff. It's always applying that little bit of force. You know, you can just use the left foot just to keep it nice and tight. Maybe not tight, but certainly keep it, you know, under check. I'm sweating here. It's so hot. This is a tight one, I think. Just try and build it in. There we go. Is my GoPro still there? Yep, nice. Oh god, that's a bit tighter than I thought. Tyres are not having a good time. There we go, get into a bit of civilization here, best slow down. Oh, bloody hell, lads, it's so hot in this car with the windows up. Oh, Volvo reckons it is now 26 degrees, so it's dropped 10 degrees, has it, Volvo? I think the temperature sensor must be in some wacky place because it seems to fluctuate quite a lot, that reading. Right guys, so that's left foot braking. I mean, I'm just getting started with it. Hadn't made a video for a while and I thought, I've been wanting to make this video for a little while because, you know, it's something that interests me. I'm starting to think more and more that perhaps as much as I like cars, it's more driving that's interesting me these days. And things like this, you know, ways to improve your driving, it's good. It's nice, especially when you're, you know, driving around a 20-year-old Volvo automatic, and, you know, to improve the way it drives so much just by doing that. when I was dealing with the Toyota, I had to be really careful, because obviously when you're pressing the brakes, with the Toyota being a mid-engine car, then I think quite a lot of my oversteer was probably because my braking wasn't that good. But it's all things to learn, and yeah, I'm enjoying learning it. Right guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks to Dan Ellis, Driver Error Media, for sorting me some exterior shots out. You probably saw them. We'll see you in another video where we'll be doing something else.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster, a real gangster.